Well, hey everybody, thank you for coming back, checking in with the Property Power Couple. We provide comfort and confidence to your real estate experience.
Yes.
Hey.
Hi. First, before we do anything, exciting news. We have a new Texas real estate broker.
Oh, yes.
You just had to take your broker's test.
I did.
How was that?
It was stressful. It was good.
Yeah.
We passed.
Yeah.
So
for a while, we had the same amount of licenses and everything, and now he's beating me again.
Yes. I still have at least one more.
At least one more. So, but that's really exciting. We were excited to be able to do that. You know, it was a goal for us, and it was kind of a fast goal because we were like, wait, I think you qualify, and let's go ahead and take care of that for our businesses, which is really cool. So I am excited for both of us. Early 30s, both brokers. I feel like that's a pretty big accomplishment. Yep. Cheers to that. Let's go. But we also could not have a real estate podcast if we did not talk about the commission lawsuit that's going on. Yeah. Would love to avoid it, but not really what we're doing.
Nope.
So let's just talk about the timeline a little bit.
Yeah.
So it feels new to a lot of people. It's not. March 2023, Next Home Conference, NAR president on stage. We're talking about on a national level. December 2023, we actually helped put on a local event to give our local agents confidence and knowledge about what was going on. Then let's go February 2024, Next Home Conference, again on stage with the NAR president, talking about this and what's happened over the last year. So we've been talking about for over a year. Then March 2024, the media gets a hold of it because there's a proposed settlement.
The world's on fire.
The media gets a hold of it, and oh my goodness. So we're like, whoa, guys, we've been talking about this for a year and a half. We've been talking about this for, it feels like forever, and anticipating what's going on and practicing and getting prepared for it. And now our agents are actually able to put that practice into action because people are starting to talk about it.
Well, I think the biggest key there is just that preparation, right?
Yeah.
We've talked about that in previous episodes and I think on a daily basis. So how are we preparing? What's going on? What's coming up? And nobody has a crystal ball, right? Even this one, although it's in the works, obviously, but we're still preparing for somewhat of an unknown situation. What I still appreciate about the brokerage, the franchise, everything that we're a part of is that they're forward thinking. We're looking into the future, trying to say, if it pivots this way, how do we adjust to really attack the market in the way that it needs to? The underpinning of every single one of those conferences, every single one of these classes has been prepare, sharpen the skills, get your presentations in line, make sure that you're ready to go when the time comes.
Absolutely. And we've been working with our agents, with everyone within the brokerage. We've been talking with our agents. We've been doing scripts. We've been doing role plays. We've been training on it on what feels like a weekly basis, especially when something new pops up, or like this last week, some on the lending side, some more things came out that said, hey, guess what? If the seller is willing to pay, everything stays the same. Which is great. There's been a lot of questions. How is this going to work? How's this going to work? We don't know yet. What we do know is that we're going to start talking about compensation over commission. We've been implementing that. And just keep practicing. Like you said, the skills and the presentations, getting that buyer presentation is now just as important as your listing was. And you need to put the time in so that they know they're hiring a professional.
Exactly.
And the idea of having buyers come into the office and have to sit down for a minute is amazing. Every time we do that, it's a better experience every single time. So now it's just going to be part of the normal routine, which is awesome. We were kind of laughing about the last couple listings that we've gone on. And they either know nothing about it, and they're like, oh, I didn't even know something was changing. Because we are addressing it head on. We're not trying to avoid it, right? So they're like, oh. Or they're concerned about us. Are you okay? Are you all going to be okay? We want to pay you fully. That's not even in question. Are you okay? Because we built our business by referral.
Right. Well, that's where I was. That's where I was hoping you were going. Because it is so true. When you think about those buyer presentations and building that relationship, when you're already coming into the game with somebody that already knows you, they like you, they trust you, and now you're truly proving all of those three, all three of those things, that I can be trusted, I do know what I'm doing. You are presenting that, and the importance of working by referral and keeping that pipeline full and giving the family that is so important.
For us, for our agents, we are hitting the ground running. This is not stopping us. We have always treated real estate like a career, and that's going to continue.
So we have talked about the largest home buying demographic.
Yes.
Well,
Millennials.
The millennials. Shout out. What we didn't talk about was the largest sellers in the market. So right now there are quite a few of this particular demographic ready to sell.
How many?
Well,
How
I was
many are
actually
there?
trying to find that.
A ton.
There's
So
a bunch.
52% of sellers are going to be baby boomers. So we went from like a solid like million number to a percentage, but 52% of sellers are going to be baby boomers.
Yeah.
Which, when you think about the cycle, right?
Makes sense.
You're going to buy your first home as a millennial with your family, ready to start a family, whatever that is. Live through all of that, and now you're going to sell your property. Maybe you're moving into retirement, a facility, or that vacation home, or that second property that is now going to become your primary. That was a big thing we talked about a lot too. On there was like that stint of time in our career whenever we had a ton of listings and it was all great, and I personally focused on my friends' parents, the empty nester generation, because they all already knew me. They wanted to help me. I had proven myself because I was doing all of these things. And none of them were buying. They were all just selling, and they were living the RV life, and they were going to travel everywhere.
There's actually a couple of those that really did that.
Yes, and I'm not kidding. It happened like bam, bam, bam. Or they had a lake property, and then they ended up just moving to the lake full time.
Yeah.
Especially with remote jobs and all that kind of stuff. You know, that's become more and more normal. So you don't have to necessarily live right here anymore. So that's become obviously extremely normal with mobile, everything, Zoom, all that. But now the majority of sellers are going to be the baby boomers that have gone through all these cycles of life. The people coming in and they're going out. So it really makes a lot of sense.
The number that I thought was most cool was the $274,000 in average homeowner equity,
which is amazing
in that category.
Yes,
it's huge.
Yeah,
you moved into your house at the right time. You made the investment. You raised your family. You did the things you did there, and now it's time to go to that next chapter, that next phase. So I want to get an RV, drive around the country,
do whatever
start a YouTube channel.
Yeah.
You know? It's really cool to be able to see the full cycle of real estate coming to full fruition of people realizing the actual investment they've made in these properties.
Yes, that's huge. $274,000. In Midlothian, there's like 5 houses at that price point right now. There's not a ton. Our average sales price has gone up here, but to have that in equity. So even if you wanted to go buy a condo somewhere, moves, you have all of that to capture on. So those wise investments whenever you were coming into the market and now being able to capitalize on that, huge. Absolutely huge. So you will see we actually have a piece of paper, and I know I've been talking about not using paper. And I do have my iPad, you'll see that too. But when we started in real estate, when we were building up our business, we were really about making sure somebody had something tangible to not forget about us.
Right.
And that's why you see these in front of us, because we're trying to get back to that a little bit and make sure that while the world is always crazy and while there's lots of real estate craziness, that people have something to remember that we are the professionals and we're trying to set ourselves apart. So that's why you see us physically have this paper, because it's actually been mailed out to our top clients and referring people and all of that. So we've actually been sending these out to some people that way that they can have this information as well. One of the top reasons people are moving is to be closer to their family. We might be able to talk about that. We live 2 doors down from my mom, and his mom lives on the other side of town.
That's
a whole
amazing.
15 minutes maybe.
We are beyond blessed with that.
Yes, we are. We're very blessed, very spoiled with that. But it's also the number one reason that people are moving.
I don't know why when I first heard that, it kind of shocked me, and I thought, and then you kind of start thinking about it, and the way life goes, I want to be close to my family.
Well, if millennials are the ones buying all the homes, they're the ones having the babies, they're the ones that need to be close to grandma. Right? Yeah. Gigi being 2 doors down saved us how many times?
Well,
countless.
And even thinking that some of those listing appointments recently, that the typical reason is because they're wanting to sell their property here and go down south or go east.
Our kids' job moved them to Houston, so we want to get down to Houston. When you start really thinking about why are they selling or what's going on, that's a huge part of it. So,
and with $274K in equity, you got options.
Yeah, you'll be close to whoever you want, right? So, I thought that was really good. Some stats on it that kind of made me laugh was living closer to family made you live longer.
Yes, in fact, it was an aggressive amount.
I think it was on the other side, but live longer, your health improves, all that kind of stuff. So some people might not agree with that.
Well, I guess it depends on your family.
It depends on your family a little bit. But for us, I'll definitely say our lifestyle improved.
Yeah.
Our mental health is high quality. We have a high quality life because we live close to everybody.
Yeah.
And when we bought our house, that was a huge factor. It's not the perfect house, but the location, oh my goodness.
Trumps everything.
Everything. I will deal with this that I don't love because we're down the street from mom and dad.
Right.
That we are 2 minutes from the office. That Kroger's across the street and that Kinley's school and our house and our office make this nice little bubble. And, that is really valuable for us. And, that's a big deal. So that's one of the number one reasons that people move. I would like to talk about some statistics that we just got. That we were able to come across because for a long time the word millennials was bad. It was a bad word. And I was like, don't tell anybody I'm a millennial. Don't tell them. Whenever we started in real estate at 21. And so it was bad. Well, now everyone's loving millennials because they're buying houses.
One of the largest demographics.
The largest. Yeah. So on a national scale, the number was 45.5 million are in that household transitional period. And so that could be from getting married, from having a baby, from anything like that. Now millennials are wanted. Yeah. Everybody wants to work with millennials. I've been doing it the whole time. You've been doing it the whole time. I was talking about this the other day and just kind of laughing at the fact that I was like, don't even bring it up. Let's not talk about it. Don't tell anyone how young I am. Don't do any of that. And now it's no longer a bad word. So that is exciting. But I mean, that's a huge number. Average age of first-time home buyers is being estimated at 35. So we're just under that. But, someone might be turning 35. But so that not until August. However, that is right in our wheelhouse. So we're excited to continue to be able to serve our people. And it's just cool to know that maybe there's some more. Maybe some of those first-time home buyers, maybe some of those other, millennials are going to come out and be able to achieve that goal and that dream of owning a home. And so I thought that was really interesting. This one made me laugh too. Okay, so right on cue with that, it's going to say that estimated over the next 2 years nationally, okay, this is not Ellis County, nationally, 7 million newborn babies, which means maybe they don't fit in their current home anymore. Maybe they have to move out of that apartment. There's a lot of stuffed animals. Our daughter has a problem with stuffed animals.
She does.
Actually, her grandparents. Also saying that 3 million marriages. So that's awesome. So coming together, maybe they had individual places. Maybe they want to use this for property management.
Would be nice.
And then having us, manage this for them. But then coming into one spot. So 3 million marriages. I mean, that's a lot. And then 50 million job changes. And those things are never going away. No matter what happens, the top 3 reasons. That is why real estate, and no matter what happens with the commissions and all that kind of stuff, it's changing every day, but people's lives are happening every day. So we've always spoke about this, about we serve those people that are going through these things.
Well, and I think that's what's so cool, going back to the working by referral, is that you really are working with the real people in their real lives. And you're going through these life changes with them. And when you think about how stressful weddings, marriage, job changes, moving to new locations, new places, it really is a very stressful time. And being able to be that person that's able to help give them one of the most important things you need in life, which is a roof over your head and shelter. It's so valuable. And,
absolutely.
That relationship piece of it can't be lost. And in order to really be successful, it's a huge component of that.
Yes, it really is. I think that's why everything else that the media might be saying, I mean, those numbers are big. And so, again, we're focusing with our agents about who to target, right? How to talk to them, what to do, so that when the real estate market changes, like it does every single day, every day it's changing, right? It's not a COVID to now to interest rates. All these things are out of our control. People still need shelter. And so when we focus on that, when you know the stats, when you're prepared, we talked about that a lot in the last couple of episodes, being prepared, then you're ready to hit all this.
Absolutely. Well, we're Colton and Haleigh with the Property Power Couple. You can catch us on any of our social media platforms, btrgpm.com. We'd love to
follow us. We'd love to help you out.
Thanks.